All right, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet for y'all. Here's everything wrong in Apex right now. Before we get started, I will say real quick that I do love everyone at Respawn, and I'm super thankful for all the opportunities they've given me, and I do believe in the game. They've always said to the players and the creators that they work with that it's okay to give feedback, just make sure it's constructive. So I'm gonna list everything out, propose a few changes at the end, and then be gone before you know it. So let's talk about legends real quick. There are some legends who still are bugged with very random interactions, but I don't care too much about that. The biggest complaints from me and most of the players that you see today are about Revenant and Fuse. For Revenant, he just needs to have his ult tweaked a little bit. I like the idea of Revenant and I like the idea of his ult, but the fact that he gets his overshield back completely on a knock just doesn't feel good at all. And then Fuse recently became meta. This might be a shock to some of y'all, but he wasn't made meta for intended reasons. This is not what the devs wanted, I'm 99% sure. There is a very strange and peculiar interaction right now between Fuse ults and evac towers. I'm not going to say too much more because I honestly don't want more people doing it. But if you know, you know. And if you don't know, I'm sure you can Google it real quick. You'll find it very fast. All right, next up, the weapon meta. This is probably where I'm the most frustrated about the game. So I apologize if I come off extra aggressive or frustrated. Hemlock and Havoc, in my opinion, are the worst gun meta we've ever had. This could largely be due to recency bias, but I don't think I've ever seen a meta where every team at a high level is almost exclusively running these weapons. Here's a screenshot from Nicewig's ALGS watch party. ALGS is the biggest tournament in the game. 7 out of 9 teams he is watching are carrying one of these weapons or both. And if you look at the other 2 players on each team, they're also in the same boat. There is no such thing as weapon diversity at the highest level of Apex right now. And I imagine someone is sitting there right now, just getting ready to type and be like, oh, Ross, you're so wrong. So let me show you guys this screenshot of ALGS Split 1 Championship in Los Angeles this year. These 2 weapons sit far ahead of the next one in both damage, kills, and playtime. Also, random side note, but 20-tick servers and burst weapons do not go well together at all. And then on top of that, for ranked, we do not have region lock. Very fun, that's all I'm going to say. Next on our list is matchmaking. Matchmaking is still very frustrating for both ranked and pubs right now. In ranked, more often than not as a solo, you're going to be put with the duo who will either be in Discord or some other party chat where you can't hear anything they're commenting. They're then going to go down and then get in the game chat, finally, and then they're going to ask you why you weren't where they told you to be and tell you everything you did wrong, even though you could have never heard them in the first place. And then for pubs, being a solo player just means that you're going to get 2 teammates who are the lowest level in the lobby in comparison to everyone else, and then going against 3 stacks who are all multi-season masters and occasionally pret. Let's talk about ranked a little bit more. Cheaters run rampant across the board. I would like to add though that the anti-cheat team really has been doing the best they can to handle the situation, but unfortunately it only takes cheaters so long before they can write a new script that goes through undetected by the anti-cheat program. Good luck playing ranked if you're diamond or higher. Then if you're on console, whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, does the Nintendo Switch even have 60 Apex? I don't know. But listen, man, there are 6-mans and 9-mans constantly terrorizing lobbies. It's undetectable by everything since there is no metric to measure whether 9 players are teaming or not. So all bans and whatnot have to be from the actual anti-cheat department themselves. It has to be manual. Once again, no hate to Respawn or anyone working in this department because it's way harder than we think. And the situation would be 10 times worse if these guys didn't exist. Alright, let's talk about game modes now. You're probably wondering how I could possibly be mad at these. And I'm actually not mad at the game modes themselves. These have been some of the most fun Apex modes that I've ever played, and it's something that, there's a little bit of something for every player in these modes, whether it's 3 strikes, whether it's solos or quads, whatever it might be, right? My complaint is that these game modes are not being put into the game full time. When you see such positive reaction from the player base as a whole for these last few game modes, you have to be thinking to yourself, wow, we need to get these in, like at all costs. And I know it's probably a lot that goes into hosting a dedicated queue for each individual game mode and then doing that for every server location that the game has. But honestly, I really think it's worth it. Oh, Battle Pass. I know you didn't think I forgot about you. Honestly, I wish I did though, because I'm trying to act like the next one doesn't exist. I don't know if y'all have seen what's coming for Season 22, but I am not a fan. Please pay very close attention to my words for the next sentence because every single word matters. But for those who don't know, EA has proposed that for the future battle passes in Apex, they'll be released with each split. Each pass will still cost roughly $10 US, but now you cannot use Apex coins to purchase these. That alone is a problem in my eyes. Once again, listen to my next sentence very carefully as well. It's short, but you really need to think about my word choice. Thanks, EA. I'm happy you could convince Respawn to do this to increase profits. Well done, EA. Alright, I'm just going to one take this part because I've recorded it way too many times and I just don't care anymore. But I do have some solutions and some ways that I would possibly improve the quality of life for the game and maybe make players as a whole happier playing. So let's just get into it. First of all, Hemlock, Havoc, Revenant. Yeah, I mean, these three things are really annoying, but it really is just a numbers game. If you can go into the code, change the projectile speed of the Havoc, maybe the damage of the Hemlock projectile, and then change how much Revenant gets back per knock, maybe make it a percentage or a different flat number, we'd be like right back in business. Like I said, for the game modes, all you have to do is figure out a way to be able to afford having all of these servers available at the same time. Sure, it might disperse the player base a little bit, and maybe during certain hours during the day in certain regions, it'll be really hard to fill up a lobby. But you will have a lot more players happier, and I think overall it'll be worth it in the long run. For ranked, I really think that we could actually solve a lot of problems with just a leaderboard alone. Now that might sound weird, but if you have an active leaderboard that's updating, you know, every 5 minutes or so, whatever the case, you're gonna be able to tell who is climbing at a very insane rate. Okay, so of course there are gonna be players who are just better than everyone or having a crazy good day. We've seen many pro players just go on absolute killing sprees, farm lobbies over and over again, sure. But with the leaderboard, let's say you see, you know, a level 60 account that in 2 days is up from, I don't know, silver 2 to top 750 pret. You're not familiar with them, you've noticed every single game they're going up a crazy amount. They're going up 500 RPM match, then they get up into diamond plus, they're going up 300 every match, 400 every match. I don't even know what the rank system looks like right now. I have not been that high in a minute because I just don't rank like that, but you know what I mean. Like, it's very easy to then see, oh, it's a new account, they're farming. You can see the Steam and the EA account linked to each other. So if there is a Smurf, there's a chance that, you know, you can see it linked to another burner. If not, you know, you can just literally take it and you can be like, all right, this is a new account. I'm a dev. I can see that they have a 60% headshot rate. So 60% of all their shots are headshots. Yeah, this guy's probably cheating. Let's get him out of here. Boom. It's just that easy, you know? Everybody wins with the leaderboard. Players also would love to flex their accomplishments. Your top 50, you should like want to show it off, right? And with the leaderboard, you just show it off. People can go on the game, be like, okay, who's cooking right now? Boom, they see LowkeyRoss 49th. Obviously, I'm not. Like, don't go look, because I promise you I'm not. But a leaderboard would just be nice. I don't think anybody would be mad about that. And I think it really would help with the rank cheating situation. All right, I'm not a dev, but these are some things that I would do. And I think that it would make a lot of players happier. And I think a lot of players would agree with some of these changes and ideas that I have. All in all, I want y'all to really think about how y'all interact with Respawn and Apex. Some of the things that y'all say to them online are not acceptable. And I've met these people. And the thing about these devs that I think a lot of people don't understand is that they are not afraid to admit when they've made a mistake or when they missed the mark on something, right? They know that nothing's perfect, and they know that you can't make everyone happy, and they also know sometimes they make nobody happy. So when you present these problems and frustrations you have, just think about that. They're willing to listen. Even if you don't see immediate change, I promise they are writing these things down, the things that are being brought up constantly, and they are actively trying to figure out ways to improve that and, you know, alleviate some of the stress and frustration that comes from playing this game. We all care about the game. They all care about the game. Let's treat everybody like humans, because they're humans too. You couldn't do their job. If you could, you'd be working there. All right, just be a good person, man. It's completely fine to have frustrations with the game. I have frustrations with the game. Obviously, you can tell if you've watched this far, but just think about how you word things, okay? I love you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video, or I'll see y'all on stream. Peace.